Let's get familiar with the Arch and Design material and see what kind of tricks we can make it do. Arch and Design is a monolithic shader or material that includes many parameters to do almost anything you could possibly want. There's only a couple exceptions. For example, human skin is not really well served by Arch and Design, but pretty much almost everything else you want you can do, and it's all right here at your fingertips. So let's take a look. You'll notice right away in an Arch and Design material that the interface and the terminology differs from what you've used with the standard and architectural materials. So there are many additional parameters as well as just different names for things or different organizations to things. Scroll back up here. You'll see that there are templates here, but the templates are optional. It's not like with the architectural material where you really have to start with a template. Here you can use templates or not, and it's fine. You'll see up the top you've got matte finish and pearl finish and glossy and so on. We'll take a closer look at those templates in the next video, and for now we're just going to look at the main material parameters that you'll want to get familiar with right off the bat. So first of all, we've got parameters here such as the color of your material. That's pretty obvious. We could choose some interesting color. You'll also note that there is a diffuse level here, and that's kind of helpful because you can actually reduce the strength of your material, just knock that down a little bit, so that'll help to avoid some oversaturated colors, which seem to be a symptom of a lot of 3ds Max renderings. Scrolling down a little bit here, you'll see there's a section for reflection, and we can control reflectivity with a single slider here. Let's turn on the background so we can see this. So we can control the amount of reflectivity, and that's controlling both the specular highlights and the ray traced reflections all in one. Glossiness interacts with that in order to produce different levels of highlights. The glossy samples down here control the quality of these highlights. We'll talk more in detail about all of these later. So we've got refraction, transparency. So if we increase the transparency, refractions will sort of happen for free. They'll just sort of appear. I'm going to send this back to a transparency of 0. Okay. And scrolling down a little bit more, you will see way down near the bottom, there's a section that says General Maps. And I'm not sure why this is down here at the bottom because they're kind of important. This is where you've got your color map and reflection map and so on. So this is where you'll find them. And then additionally, there's another rollout here called Special Purpose Maps. And again, I'm not quite sure why they're called special purpose because, for example, you've got a bump map channel here. And that's a very common map. It's not special at all. It's something you would use on a daily basis. And then finally, I want to point out another very important rollout, which is the advanced rendering options. And this is where you will find controls for things like tinted glass and so on. And again, we will look at these in more detail in the following videos. So that's a big overview of the Arch and Design. It's very deep and there's many things in here to tweak. But the main ones you want to pay attention to for now are the main material parameters, the general maps, the special purpose maps, and finally these advanced rendering options. Those are sort of the high points of the Arch and Design material.